Monday the 8th of July. Now it's early morning and I'm going to move these cattle. I haven't moved them in 2 days. Well, not entirely 2 full days. 1.5 days. Now the situation is I have this herd, the main herd. I have a few ponies fenced off and I have a couple of cattle at home. I have the Galloway bullock and a little red heifer at home, with fencing around them as well. So I'm slightly on the tight side for fencing. Reels especially, I have posts but I don't have reels. So the situation is I've had to take a few extra chances when moving the cattle. I had to rely on their patience and their manners and their training to get them into the paddock that I want. I know I made a mistake or two or they got out. That's also probably caused by my lack of resources. I'm going to have to invest in maybe more reels if I have the herd split like this. Well, especially when I have the ponies travelling behind and in different fields. So what I'm trying to do is now at the minute, I want them, they're on the top of this hill. They were on the upper side of this hill. Where is stick? I don't have a peg here. They were on the upper side for one day and they were on then the lower side for another day. And they had the whole field for a half a day. So that, well, maybe another day as well, but in and around that kind of time. So I want them to come down this slope and not to come this side of the fence, but I want them to go that side of the fence. Now, don't you know, a few calves are going to go the wrong side of it. But it's completely open. I only have a few pegs down there. What I need to do is take their back fence off, which is behind that hedge, and then run it over here and close this off and leave them on this cell. Now we're going into a lower field here that can be very wet in winter time, but right now, even though the summer hasn't been the most amazing summer, people are giving out about growth and grass. Well, I haven't noticed it yet now, to be honest. But we're going into what I used to call the experimental field. I left completely rest for 1 year. I hammered the brains out of it for another year. And this year now I have grazed it once in the growing season, having been through it twice in the winter time, and I topped it. So they're coming back here now. It give or take around 60 days rest. Now I've already walked through it. I put in my fence. The pegs are a little bit spaced out. I'm going to have to go back and maybe double up on my pegs. But the grass I have definitely noticed, and even on this year where the rushes have really taken over in a lot of fields where they normally wouldn't have had, the rushes are way back in there. So anyhow, these cattle hear me talking and they're starting to look at me. So I'm going to call these here now and hopefully they'll come in on this side of the gap if I stand at this side. Come on, girls. Come on. Now the roar is going to start, yeah. Come on, come on, come on. We still haven't established who is lead cow now at the minute. We know who boss cow is, and that's lead cow's daughter. There she is over there. Am I pointing to it right? I don't know. But the one to start moving is changing all the time. It's never really a consistent thing. Come on, girls. Come on, come on. Come on, I haven't all day. I have jobs to do. Come on. Who's going to move first? Come on. Well, they're not one bit hungry anyhow, which is the good news. I came up and I'm slightly earlier. Well, not that I'm early today, it's just that I've been late this while, so I'm actually on time this morning. So Bull is starting to move first, is he? Jasper. Come on. Come on. This way. Come on, come on. So boss cow is starting to take a few steps. Come on, down this way. Blue cow is coming. They're slightly heading the wrong direction, but I'm assuming they'll cut the decline by walking sideways along the hill and then come this way. They don't like to go directly down a steep hill. Come on, girls. Come on. I'll walk back. But we lovely grass now coming in here. I may not have mentioned, or maybe I did, I had visitors here last week. A big herd, well, 18 big, heavy, strong cattle. Big, double muscle, 2-year-old cattle, big story cattle. huge, big, ground-shaking animals. Well, they were in here for 24 hours, and they had the whole run of the whole farm, and they did a lot of picking. Look, at these things happen. But, they're heading the wrong direction. I better walk over this side. So, come on, in this way. Yeah, so I have to try and calm myself down and not get so excited about them things, because these things can happen. Only that's grazed there now, and I'd like to have rested. So it's going to get hit again now after a week's rest, which is not ideal, but what about it? The grass will come back again. Come on, girls. This is frustrating now that they're not coming. Come on, what's holding you up? Come on. I'm going to walk away. That's what I'll do. Come on. Now, I hope you notice that the phone quality has changed. I now have myself, I won't say a new phone, but I've been waiting for a certain person to get an upgrade on their phone. I don't have a bill. I pay as you go on the phone, and I wasn't going to go in and spend lots of money on a new phone when they push out these upgrades every so often when you're on a bill. So I was waiting for the upgrade to come so I could have the old phone, and I'm very happy with this phone. So this is the first build. Now I have a small shake in this hand, I've noticed. We'll see how it works out, as I'm holding it now a good while, and my cows are not going to move, so I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm not one bit anxious to go. As I say, I'm early now. Come on, are you coming? Come on. Right, I'll have to just walk down this ramp here. Come on. Right, I've changed my hand. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Now, let me just walk through here now. So this was the rushy experimental paddock. And we can see now that the rushes are still here, obviously, but they're well thinned out, and there's lots of green grass growing up through them. So we can see now they're starting to get smothered out. So I'm not saying the battle is won, but it's definitely an improvement. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I'm finding this frustrating now. I'm going to have to go behind them. Let me stop and pause this for a sec. I swear to God, these can drive me mad at times. I don't know what the confusion was. But now look at them. The problem is when you have cattle that come to the whistle or follow, they will not drive. Like, I am trying to drive these down the bloody hill here, and no, it's towards me they come. I'm looking at them and they just walk towards me. So yeah, that's the problem. When they're not one bit hungry, they can be difficult to move, especially at this time of the morning. All they want to do is stay in behind the bloody trees in the shade. I better go and gather my fence up now because I'm driven mad. I'll be back in a sec. Yeah, so all is sorted. This goes to show that not everything, even at this system, goes always according to plan. So this was a difficult enough one to fence also. There's a deep drain over there at the top. They tend to go down into the drain and under the fence. And I have a deep drain over this side. Well, not deep, but it's a dip enough for them to go under the fence. So I have to make sure that I put a peg right in the middle of it to stop them from going under it. I already had a heifer going under. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 corners here, or 4 fields that they have access to. And they have lovely grass to do them. Now this is going to be a 24-hour move. I'm not going to move them again this evening. Yeah, so that they'll have to do them for... They're full coming in, so they won't be mad hungry. They'll eat for another hour and then they'll lie down. So at times when they're not willing to cooperate, they can be bold. And that frustrates me, but that's what happens. They can annoy you at times. So I'm going to do a little scan through. I'm roasting here. There's an awful lot of heat in that sun. I'm wearing trousers that has a lining underneath them. I normally only wear them in the winter time now, but it's fairly heats me up on days like this. So they're going to eat for the next 20 minutes, I would say, and then lie down somewhere under the shade and ruminate for the afternoon. So as I say, they have access on 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, lovely hedges, plenty ivy, lots of different picking, and the grass in here is definitely improving, having given it different treatments every year for the last 2 to 3 years. So what I'm going to do is I'll just graze it off now. I may use this field to winter ponies and let them eat into the clay like I did the last field below. Now, I'm gone silent now because I'm just looking at all them with their heads down, grazing away. They're definitely starting to thrive, especially that blue lady. She was under pressure. So all is well that ends well. On what is it? Monday, the 6th or 8th of July, I can't remember. But I'll put this together and I will post on this new phone. I'm hoping now that it's a little bit better in the quality. The grass is definitely improving, so hopefully the videos will also. I see my couple of calves have already gone through the fence, but that's okay. I don't mind the calves having access to the best grass at all times. So I'm very pleased with how things are looking here. Anyhow, enough said. I'm going to go home now, get a cup of tea and a bite to eat, and that's me sorted. So for now, I will say good luck and goodbye.